This video is intended to be about, I wanted to entitle it The Leading Tone. The leading tone, okay? Tone that leads. It's important. If you've played music or studied music with me, you probably have heard maybe it a bajillion times, but probably don't know what it is. So I'm gonna explain it to you. The leading tone, and then that's something that you're probably sick of hearing because you don't get it. And also 4-5-1. Everyone's like 4-5-1, and you have like no idea what that means. Well, we're gonna get to the bottom of that, and I know how to do that as well. The means of finally taking care of this 4-5-1 is nonsensical business. Is to memorize what 5-1 is, literally, but only in one instance, in one case. So, if this were music and there were only one key, then you wouldn't need the Roman numerals, because the whole point of the Roman numerals is transferring from one key to another. But if you can't think of like what's the 5 in C, you didn't think of, if you didn't know it, if you didn't just say it, if you weren't like G before I even asked, then it means you certainly don't have it memorized or in any meaningful way. So 5-1. But so I guess my point is we're not shooting for theoretical understanding. We're just memorizing G7C, and then it'll come later. It will be easier to discuss the role of 5 and 1. So we got leading tone. That's another term I just want to be able to use. So the leading tone. That's one vocab word we're gonna get into, and the other is tonic, which is like the least convenient. Like I use it, so you should learn it because like people use it. I guess I don't know what other people would say, but tonic just means the one home key. Stability, central. What it begins and ends on, the family that it's comprised of. So we're talking about this nice family I just met. This C major, a little plain, but very agreeable people. And so major scale C only has no flats or sharps, so you can do this. That's the best part about the key C. But so the leading tone, and what now? There is one for every key, and there are 24 keys because there's major and minor, so there's 12. Yeah. Whatever. So, but we're just C major. That's all we care about. Literally, there could be no other chords. And then G7. That's the chord that takes us home. So now the leading tone in this case is B, and some characteristics of the leading tone are that it is 1/2 step below home, or, the point of arrival. Relaxation after like adventure, and like, oh, okay, whew, we did it, guys. So leading tone. It's like if I don't go up. Oh, sorry. It doesn't sound. It's a matter of sounding finished. It leads in such a way that if it doesn't get there, some people get kind of cranky about it. So I'm combining this with, for my ukulele friends, get them out. Get your ukulele, because you probably haven't started this yet, but this is necessary, even though you might already know what a scale is, or the C major scale, which, by the way, is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Who would have thought? So, this is how we do it on the ukulele. So, I'm gonna pay attention to what I say, because, and then, so this is the third string, open. That's a C. Oh. C. Now, so far I've only played one note. C, 1. Now, same string, 2nd fret, 2. So we have C, C. So yeah, we skipped this string altogether. This one is like, that's stupid. So we got C, open string, and then 2nd fret, and then the next string open, and the 1st fret, and the 3rd fret, and the next string open, and oh my god. So, any matter of dissatisfaction or like frustration with like not, I ruined it. Not doing this. Some people may not have noticed that they were like unsettled and they didn't know why, but then it's like, oh, okay. In other words, C, D, E, F, G, A. Picture the end of the song. So the major scale happens to be a pretty convenient like progression of, it's like notes, obviously, a nice melody leading from and then to C, which every chord does. It either leads to or from C. So if you're playing C, and then you go to 5, we're heading away. We're going out to the public sphere and taking some risks and doing our best and trying to impress. But eventually, you finish, you move on to something else, which of course is harder than you thought. Of course you want to quit, but you'll feel guilty. You won't feel like super happy and relaxed and like. So right now I'm like, I don't have any particular need to go anywhere or do anything. It's like it's Sunday morning, and then all of a sudden, oh no, her wire broke. And then that's like, oh okay, yeah. Then we got more of this to do. We might leave our bag and so. C and G7. You can even see in the shape of the chord, if you can see that, which is we like to call a spaceship or rocket ship because it's a triangle goes. Here's one, right? That's G. Do. I think, and then no, maybe. Here we go. So this triangle, this rocket ship going that way. Goes here, and you can you can tell it's just more cluttered. It's just it's a lot more going on. This is like sip my Budweiser. Of course, these are not value judgments as much as they may sound like it. So, but all that matters, all that I care about, aside from getting a drink, is that G7 is the 5 of 1. So that's probably even like a tough way to put it. Yeah, G7 is the 5 of C, but even still, you're like, wait, it's the 5? What's the 5 mean? Just know that in the key of C, in every key there's one chord that gets to be the 7. It's like the line leader in kindergarten, basically. The leading tone. Okay, yeah, I'll wait. No. Yeah. So yeah, every key has a 7, which is like a slightly. So here's regular, good old fashioned G, bacon and eggs, you know. And then if we do this, we're changing it up a bit. There's a little bit more like intrigue in the story now. And that's back home again. So what we've learned so far is that G7 goes to C, to C, C, which is the tonic, which isn't soda. C, C's home to G. G takes it back to C. C and B is the leading tone. Oh, the C, B is the leading tone. Oh, C, and you hear what I mean? It's just not any old note. It's the leading tone. It's just not every note. It's the leading tone, which doesn't go down. No, it goes up. It doesn't go down. It doesn't go down. So I don't know yet, I don't yet understand what 5 chord is, but I know it's G. I know there are other keys, but I've been said not to worry about that for now. Just remember, C, G goes to C, G goes to C. C, which goes to F. What we know, yeah, about that right now. So in this lesson, I'm happy to learn that G is the 5 of C, which means like that. In this case, it's a key. So you got keys. Key's namesake is its tonic. Okay, so just know it now, tonic. So people can say it, and you won't be like, they won't have to put the thing there. So just G7 goes to C. Which of the two, C or G, has the leading tone? If C had the leading tone, that wouldn't make sense because the leading tone goes to C. So G happens to have it. Yep, it's in G. It's the third of the G chord. And that's like, oh, okay. So of course you sound so good. You're the third of the chord. It's the prettiest, brightest, most characteristic. Well, anyways. So though you don't need to know these ones, maybe let's hear some other leading tones. C sharp, C sharp goes to D, G sharp goes to E, goes to F, F goes to F sharp, A sharp, which is pretty much B flat, goes to B natural.